Welcome everyone. Welcome Menopause Success tribe. Today is Tuesday, so it's Truth Bomb Tuesday. We are going to dive into the truth bomb of you are the CEO of your own health. Yes, nobody in a white coat at a doctor's office should be ultimately managing your health. You're the one living in this physical body. You're the one inhabiting this physical environment that you're in this body. So it's important that you become your own advocate for your own health. I've learned to do that over the years with natural practices. Yeah, I go for my annual exam with my medical doctor, my practitioner, but I've also found some really good practitioners along the way, naturopaths, functional medicine doctors, nurse practitioners that share my same views for natural health. And I'm really happy that Western medicine is there if I were to break my hip or break my leg or need an emergency appendectomy or something like that. I'm really grateful for that. But I've always believed that there should be this interface of Western medicine and natural practices. And that's one of the reasons why I started working with Columbia Memorial Hospital in the Cancer Center and really helping cancer patients and their families and the staff with integrative medicine, with essential oils, with Reiki, with reflexology, and with just the power of touch. So in my whole Menopause Success series, I want to really encourage you to be the CEO of your own health. And yesterday's class, if you didn't make the free class yesterday, I'll be posting a link to the YouTube channel where you can see the replay of that. Beautiful class, an interview with Marion Wolf Dixon, who had so much to share about the emotion of shame and its relationship to pain. And I think that speaks a lot to many of us who have chronic unexplained pain, who've been told by Western medicine that maybe we're crazy, we're hypochondriacs, or give us some diagnosis of like fibromyalgia, something that has all these isms of unexplained pain throughout the body. So by being the CEO of your own health, then you can look into integrative therapies like aromatherapy or reflexology, massage, hypnotherapy. There's a lot out there that can help. And I look at those as keys on the key ring. And when you find the right key that fits the right door that unlocks some better health for you, wow, that really speaks volumes, because then you're not a victim of the pain or the suffering. So in this whole journey that I've been taking you on, there's been some movement from this acknowledgement of what is, where are you at with your health journey, what's important to you as far as your health goals. And I want to work you towards that transformation. So being a CEO for your own health is part of that journey to the transformation. And then you have to say, what do I want that transformation to look like? What do I want this to look like if I was really healthy, really vibrant? Would that mean being able to travel more? Would that mean spending more time with my grandchildren? Would that mean pursuing a new relationship, a love relationship? Would that be being able to cook more of my own meals? I mean, it's really limitless. So I want you to spend some time thinking about that. And as an aromatherapist and an aroma point therapist, I use the energetic frequencies of oils to help get me unstuck when I feel stuck, to move me along that path to transformation. And remember, we can experience transformation every day as part of the unraveling, the unveiling of the ultimate transformation that you want to make. So making sure that you acknowledge all of those little steps along the way. And they could be really subtle, but those little subtle changes and shifts lead to big transformation. So I wanted to loop back and talk about yesterday when we talked in class, the mechanisms that keep us from totally transforming when we sort of get in our own way. And those are denial. This doesn't exist. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with me. Shame, maybe body shame or some other sort of shame that has developed up over layers. And yesterday we talked about that being sort of this sludge that we get stuck in, this mired down and bogged down in shame cycles. Guilt can also be part of that, the guilt and shame cycle. Regret, we get to be this age and we have regrets about what we didn't do, what we could have done, what might have been possible that we don't think is possible anymore. And resentment, when we see others who are thriving and we get resentful for not having that level of health or vibrancy anymore. So everything is figure-outable, says Marie Forleo. And I've often fallen back on that. Everything is figure-outable. We just have to have the tenacity to keep going and keep going and keep being curious and keep exploring and discovering what works for us and what helps us feel more in balance. I know when I get up in the morning and I get on my little shaky machine and work my lymphatics and I take some time to meditate and do some exercise like Qigong or yoga, I know that just sets the tone. It's one of those little things that I can do to bump up or level up my day, my lifestyle. Today I fixed a really nice breakfast for my husband and I to eat together, and just spending that time nurturing a relationship is something that you can open the possibilities to each day, to strengthen, to fortify. Relationships are like plants, and they need water and fertilizer and tending to and pruning and repotting sometimes. So think of relationships in the way we think about plants. So getting back to the medicine of plants, the plant medicine, you are the medicine of that interface with plants as well. And yesterday I talked about using neroli on ear shenmen, neroli at a 15% dilution on that ear shenmen point inside the ear. First, top deep valley, placing a drop on your fingertip, putting those fingertips together, rolling down into that top deep valley. That's that angelic incarnate, inviting the divine in to help you make that shift, to give you the support and strength and confidence from the universe. I also talked about red mandarin on CV17. So CV17 is the middle of the sternum. And red mandarin helps, it's known as primordial child, so tapping into that inner child. It rejuvenates that heart center, makes you more open to change, makes you more open to being the CEO of your own health. It clarifies those burdens of shame and guilt and really opens those gates of fortune for you, inviting abundance in. I love red mandarin. It has such a sweet smell that really makes my heart center feel bright. The other 2 points that I want to share are lung 3. Lung 3 is sorrow. Sorrow is it's a really uplifting. It's pungent. If you know the smell of eucalyptus and how you feel like you open up, your lungs open up, that's indicative of what you would smell with sorrow. I like it at a 50%. Also the red mandarin, I would do it 25 to 50%. So placing that on lung 3, and that crease when your arm is down at your side and there's a crease there at the top of that crease, you go out 2 inches and feel into the edge of the bicep, and that's lung 3. So I like to place it like I cross my fingers over my heart and place that. And that's known in Chinese medicine as Heaven's Palace. So just a really nice point to parter of the clouds, you know, getting rid of that unproductive grief, and calms and uplifts the spirit. So gives you that trust and that you can embody the acknowledgement of what's happening within you and help resolve some of that grief. And the other one is CV14. So if you find your pelvic bone right there in the middle, so go from your hips and go into the middle, find that pubic bone, and then 2 inches above that, the oil to place is patchouli. And patchouli really helps with that shadow work. If things are coming up with denial, shame, guilt, regret, or resentment, tap in to that point, that CV4, 2 inches above the pelvic bone with patchouli. And it just helps, it's called the Gate of Origin. Interestingly enough, that 2 inches above the pubic bone is about where the cervix is. And so that is all of our gates of origin, whether you're male or female. So we've all come through that gate at some point. And so reconnecting with that gate of origin just helps with those guilt and shame cycles, helps resolve them, helps sort of take you out of those muddy waters and into a safe, supportive place to be. So those are some of the points that I really like to use in getting from the acknowledgement to the transformation. You can tap into these anytime, one at a time or as a sequence that you do. And I would be so excited to hear you share about that in the comments, or if you have other experiences with these different oils. You are the CEO of your own health. Tell me, share with me what you're doing to be proactive in being the CEO for your own health. What are you doing each day to tend to your body, to take care of your inside so that it can be brilliant towards the outside? I'm going to be talking over the next few days about inviting you into a really, really exciting program that I'm going to launch. It's going to be the Menopause Success Mastery Group. I'm going to invite about 30 women into this sacred circle for the next 6 months. We're going to start in January, inviting you in for a 6-month program to really explore all of this. How do we acknowledge? How do we go deeper with that? How do we do this shadow work to unravel, to get unstuck, to be more vibrant and productive? And how do we get to that beautiful transformation into the life that we really, really, really want? And I'll help you get clear about that. And I'll be there to support you all the way. So look for more information about that. And I'll be giving a free webinar in December about that. So until then, have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm with you all day in spirit and really feeling into each and every one of you and wanting all of the best, all of the vibrancy, all of the good health, all of the happiness. So until tomorrow, with love and heartfelt tenderness, have a beautiful day. Mwah.